Cripsilog. 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 Cripsilog.
Hi! Hello! Welcome everyone! This is Cripsilog. Tinuloy talaga natin.
Hi Gideon.
Hello, Glenn.
Ulitin. Anyway,
Ano?
so
Yeah.
this is
Wala tayong
still
kadala-dala. Ito na
me
naman
and,
tayo.
me and Gideon. This is still Cripsilog.
Hello, welcome.
Ulit. Aba,
Ano na? Here to talk about creepy things.
ayan, episode 3, my God.
Nakatatlo na. Or 4 plus yung episode 0.
So before mag-start, I have a question.
Yeah, ano
Grabe.
yun? Ano yun?
So ngayong tatlong
Tatlo na.
episodes na tayo, how is the experience so far?
Ang weird pakinggan yung boses mo. Hindi ko pareho pinapakinggan yung...
Boses ko?
Hindi, yung sarili.
Sarili.
Oo. Kasi,
Yeah, I think normal
Weird.
naman yun.
ang pinakinggan ko lang yung 0 tsaka yung sa'yo. Yung sa akin, hindi.
Bakit?
Wala. Ewan ko, nako-conscious ako eh.
Ako din naman eh, pero sige lang.
For the sake of, improvement.
Parang,
Ito yung episode na we will
napapaliwanag
try.
tayo.
To improve.
Yes. Ito yung episode na itatama natin ng mga mali.
Yeah. Tsaka pala, nakalimutan na sabihin na if ever na meron tayong maling nasabi during the past episodes, email nyo kami sa cripsilog@gmail.com kasi dapat sasabihin natin ngayon yung mga
Yung feedback.
incorrect information.
Speaking of, I want to say hi to our fans.
Wow! May
Both of
fans
you?
na.
Dadalawa pa lang.
Dalawa.
Hi Mar, hi Jason.
Hello. May shout out na.
Di nga rin yata nila pinakinggan ng buo eh.
Ay, lang. Part na. Ay, ayoko na.
Parang ganun. Well,
Kamusta? How was your week?
how's my week? Okay lang. Puno ng research sa serial killers.
Wow!
Seryoso.
Active.
Mhm. Ikaw, sabi mo na naman, di kita tinanong.
Ako din kasi. Wala lang. Same old lang. Ngayon katrabaho, tapos uuwi.
Tagal ng kamatayan natin. Nantay ko na lang. Ay, kailan kaya ang buhay natin na ganun?
Or kaya, mayaman na lang. Para hindi ka na...
Para pwede nang maging serial killer.
Oh, wow.
Kasi-
Oo. Kasi wala ka na. Bored ka na eh.
Survival mode eh.
Oo.
Di ka na third world, lower echelon.
Nasa ka na. Taas ka na.
Yan.
Alta.
Speaking of serial killers, so nandun pa rin tayo sa pagpapatuloy ng ating top
10.
worst,
Best and worst.
creepiest.
Infamous, famous.
yes,
Serial
killers
killers.
ever. Ever. So far.
So far.
Malay mo, magkaroon ng
ngayon
bago.
ba? Meron. Parang wala naman, recently.
Meron, di ba? Ongoing.
Ongoing. Oo. Other than that.
Wala. Parang nahuli na kasi si
Sino? Meron ba recently?
Si yun nasa
Kaya-
news. Yung kailan?
Sino? Si BTK?
Yun.
Yun?
Diba?
Kasi 2000 early.
Pero siya yung
4,
latest na
5?
nahuli.
Siya nahuli. Okay. Tas wala na. Kasi nga, mahirap na ba? Mahirap nang pumatay.
Siguro mas mahirap na ma-pull
Mas
off.
mahirap na ngayon.
Ah.
Compared dati na 1970s, 80s. Kasi nga,
Low
may mga
tech.
nag-hitchhike pa ba ngayon sa Amerika?
Baka wala na din.
Wala na din. Kaya mahirap na din makakuha ng target. Nag-evolve na yung mga killers.
Sana meron ulit.
Para may pag-usapan.
Joke lang.
Hindi, marami pa namang serial killers na of the past. No? Hindi tayo mauubusan ng topic.
Saka 10 lang naman ng binibilang natin. Ano lang to, tong season 1 natin actually is just paying homage to our favorite podcasts na My Favorite Murder and
The last podcast on the left.
So, just in case nakikinig din kayo nun and you think there's like a similarity or ganun, we're just really paying our respects.
Homage. Wow.
Pero, hindi namin sila ginagaya or what.
Kasi mga idol natin.
Idol.
Sa podcasting.
Yes. So, ang number 8. Tama? 8?
8 ba? Hindi.
Basta
9. Tama, 8.
10, 9, 8. Sa list.
Bilang lang.
math problems. Ang number 8 ay this I'm sure na hindi rin masyadong sikat dito sa atin. And yung siya, Russian or Ukrainian yata. And yung name niya is the most un-serial killer-like name
Why?
ever.
Bakit? Ano yun? Ano name?
Andrei Chikatilo.
Hindi mo lang mga Jeffrey, John.
Kasi Andre, parang hindi mo
Ted.
ma-reconcile na masama ugali. Parang Andre mabait. Parang yun yung dating sa akin pag Andre. Tapos Chikatilo parang
Ang hirap naman yan.
Parang parlorista. Okay. Pero, don't be fooled by the name.
Ay,
Kasi,
tsaka kahit ako hindi ko kilala ito si Andre. So,
Chikatilo.
wow, this is going to be an interesting episode.
Interesting. Thank you.
Kasi wala akong alam.
Tapos ipapag-google ko sa'yo mamaya ang
sige.
picture. Ay, ngayon
may game.
Tingnan mo ngayon yung picture niya.
Kaya lang yung spelling.
Andre, may I.
Madali. Yung Chikatilo.
Chika.
Siguro, feeling ko naman niya.
Kaya bang ginagawa mo yan?
Dapat pala, nagsa-silent tayo habang nag-record. Chika. Ano yung chi? CH?
CHIKATI.
Ayun. Okay.
Yeah, standby mo muna yung picture niya.
Okay, sige.
So, Andrei Chikatilo was born in the USSR on October 16, 1936 during a time of famine. Famine is taggutom.
Yeah.
He grew up in a farm eating bread, sometimes leaves and grass.
Oh, wow.
And lived with his parents in a one-room hut. So, yung setting niya, very Pinoy.
Bukid. Ganun.
Very bukid. Tapos surviving on grass.
Oh, man. Parang, you're at that point ng wala nang makain na pati grass kakainin.
Kasi ang common, people surviving on weed. Grass.
Kaya ba?
Yan. So, yan yung setup niya, 1930s. Tapos, sobrang
Mahirap
hirap.
sila.
Yes. One of the stories his mother told him in his childhood was that he used to have an older brother who was kidnapped and cannibalized by their neighbors.
Oh, no.
Kinain ng kapitbahay.
Dahil
ng
sa
kapatid
gutom.
niya. Yes,
Oh.
I think.
Wala pa bang pulis? Hindi ba nila nasumbong? Pero,
Actually, ang tanong ko, more than that, ba't mo sasabihin sa anak mo yun? Alam mo, may kuya ka.
Kaya lang kinain.
Kinain ng kapitbahay.
Di ba, para hindi na siya kainin din, di ba? Para wag ka nang lumabas, kakainin ka ng kapitbahay.
So on top of yung poverty, extreme poverty, he also witnessed the horrors of war. His father left them to fight in the war and he started sharing a bed with his mom. Nothing incestuous.
Okay.
Na-mention lang kasi.
Nagpe-prepare na ako.
Kasi nag-share nga sila ng higaan, his mother, tapos bedwetter.
Okay. So may clue na.
Sa ating trifecta of a serial killer. His mother beat him up every time he wet the bed.
Kasi...
So nambubugbog yung nanay niya. At age 7, his mother gave birth to a baby girl. His father was away at the time. So the theory was that his mother was raped by a soldier. And since this is a one-room hut, Andre may have witnessed the rape.
Oh.
So it's a rough start to for Andre. His family life. In short, ang kanyang childhood ay fucked up.
Pang MMK.
Interesting.
Ang iniisip ko, ano siya, meron siyang third party. Pero,
Pwede
na-rape
rin.
pala.
Pwede rin.
Or
Baka,
sinabi niya lang na na-rape siya. To hide.
siguro. Pero nakita pa rin ni Andre. De, ano lang naman yun? Baka, yung parang theory nga lang. At school, Andre was a bright student. Sabi.
Wow.
Often praised by his teachers, but was constantly bullied by other children for being poor and hungry. His stomach was
Stomach.
his stomach was swollen and his clothes were homemade. At home, their mother would physically abuse them.
No.
So, doon ka na nga lang sana sa school makakuha ng
Pambubuli.
hindi ng
Alin?
doon ka na nga lang makakakuha sana ng na parang
Support. Diba?
support
Sa bahay.
binubuli ka pa.
Right.
At 14, he was appointed editor of the school newspaper. So,
Wow, bright.
bright talaga siya si Kuya. He was the only student from the farm who completed his high school studies with excellent grades.
Smart si Kuya.
And yung mga ganitong stories, you can't help but feel proud for students like this na kasi ngayon nangyayari to sa atin, 'di ba, yung mga underprivileged students, they still graduate with flying. If only dun lang tumigil yung story niya, kaso hindi. Umpisa pa lang yun. So maganda na sana.
Brace yourselves, guys.
Brace yourselves. At age 18, when Andre hit puberty, he discovered
18?
Yes.
Bakit 18?
Sabi dun sa Wikipedia. Di ko na
Hindi, pero-
kinontra. Late.
Siguro dati, ganun ang start ng puberty. But late. Di ba dapat mga 12, ganun?
Actually, 1930s, di ba 18, nag-aasawa ng mga tao.
Oo. Ba't parang ang late ni Kuya?
Eto ka. He discovered he was impotent.
Oh, at 18.
So, eto. He was shy around girls, usually awkward and self-hating. He was unable to ask his crush for a date.
No.
Lahat naman. However, may isang malaking however, kasi normal lang yun. However, he discovered a whole different kind of excitement with the girl when he wrestled an 11-year-old to the ground and ejaculated as the girl struggled.
Oh, man. So, dun pala ang kink
Na-discover.
niya. Ang kink
Kink.
niya.
No to kink shaming, pero ganun talaga siguro ma-discover yung fetishes mo by
Trying
accident.
it out. Trying it out.
Tara naman
Sorry.
Ay, yung sinabi mo last time. Agree or disagree, you can't choose your fetish chooses you.
Ay, shit. Oh, oo.
Diba?
It's a different story kung gagawa ka na ng mga crime, di ba?
Akala ko may susingit ka na naman
Hindi,
dun
sorry.
sa...
Sorry
yung,
na.
Hindi. Yung nag-aalaga sa'yo.
Si Yaya.
Speaking of fetish, yung yaya ko dati.
Wala na. Ay, buti naman wala akong na-witness.
Great.
Sorry na.
He stopped school and worked as a laborer at age 19. He had a girlfriend and they tried having sex a couple of times, but he just could not sustain an erection, so they broke up.
Dapat tinry niya makipag-wrestling, role-playing, gano'n, di ba?
I think eventually dun nag-culminate yung problema niya. So he joined the army for 3 years, and in his return, he again attempted to have a relationship. After several attempts at sexual intercourse, the woman asked her friends for advice on how Andre can maintain an erection, which is how word of his impotence got out.
Oh.
Kiss and tell si ate.
Oo. Pero may good intention naman si ate.
Yeah.
Kaya lang.
Yung matapos siya.
Yun pala, napaka self-serving pala nung pagtatanong niya.
Pero below the belt yun, mga girls, don't kiss and tell.
Paano ba, impotent? Ang impotence ba, as in totally hindi kayang magkaroon ng erection or magkakaroon ng erection pero hindi masusustain? Ganun.
I think both. Pero
Both.
yung kanya, hindi niya lang masustain. So, initially,
Okay. So, merong,
may part naman na
mas biglang, okay,
nalalobat.
nalulubat ng mabilis.
He was so ashamed and tried to hang himself.
So sad.
Tapos tumatawa ako. Sad nga yun, sad. But he was saved by his mother. Yung yung nagagalit sa kanya dahil sa bedwetting niya, yun din yung
Save
nagligtas
sa
sa kanya nung try siya magpakamatay. So instead, he just moved away to another town. So yun yung, di ba, kapag may nakakahiyang chismis
Nangyari
na kumalat sa'yo,
Lipat ka na
sa
lang.
barangay nyo, lipat ka na lang sa kabilang
Doon
barangay.
sa hindi ka kilala.
Ito na. At age 27, he married a woman who was a bit more understanding of his situation. In order to conceive, she had him ejaculate externally and push his semen inside her vagina
man.
using his fingers.
Okay.
Di ba?
Wow, nag-improvise talaga sila doon.
Modern problems require modern solutions. Tawag ano yun? DIY artificial insemination.
Effective ba? Curious ako.
Effective kasi nagkaroon sila eventually ng daughter.
Oh, wow. That's nice.
Yung friend ko, nagawa niya yun. Kaso yung kanya, reverse.
Oh.
Dinadukot niya palabas.
No. Wait lang. Ano?
Kasi di ba siya kay Andre, sinusuksok niya pala.
Papasok.
Ayoko na nga. Okay. A few years later, they had a daughter, Ludmila, and a son, Yuri. So, solid ng mga names ng anak niya.
Naalala ko yung teleserye nila. Puro Russian yung name. Sila Yuri, sila John Lloyd and Bea yun Lorna Tolentino.
Yung may kulto?
Hindi, ewan ko. Si Butterfly, parang ganon. Keme Butterfly. Basta,
Madame Butterfly?
Oo. Basta mga Russian yung mga names nila.
Oh.
Wala lang.
Interesting.
Nakwento ko lang. Kasi di ba usually Mexican, yung names.
Oo nga.
Kasi yun si John Lloyd, si Yuri.
Okay. Si Bea.
Wala, nakalimutan ko na. Basta.
Kasi mga apelido nila mga Kova.
Ay, hindi naman. First name lang.
At age 28, Andre got himself a new job. A university teacher teaching Russian language and literature. So, he really made something out of himself. He made a career for himself. So, talaga siya sana. Upstanding na tao kasi matalino siya eh.
Curious ako kung ano yung magpapabreak sa kanya. Dahil so far, parang okay naman siya eh. Di ba? May anak na siya.
Yes.
Tapos teacher siya.
Nakakapagtaka lang, for someone na nabully sa school, bumalik ka sa school at doon nagtrabaho, is that common among teachers? Usually, mga nabully rin sila dati.
Hindi kasi, naman siguro.
Yung mga instructors ko dati sa college, kinikwento nila na may time doon na nabully sila. So, nangarap silang makaganti.
Or lahat ba tayo nabubully? Hindi eh. Kasi may bully talaga.
Ako nabully din ako nun. Pero hindi alam nung bully ko na binubully niya ako.
Hala, paano?
Parang sinasali ko lang yung sarili ko sa
Anong ginagawa sa'yo? Anong
wala
pambubuli?
Siyang ginagawa sa akin. Ayoko lang talaga sa kanya. So, binubully niya ako.
Paano kanya binubully? Like,
wala.
Binabatukan ka ba?
Hindi.
Physical, hindi.
Nag-exist lang siya.
Ay, nakakainis.
ayoko kasi siyang kadil. Kaya, bully.
Yung sa akin,
Nabully ka?
Nabully, oo.
Paano?
Parang naalala ko lang, parang inaasar niya ako. Yung diba usually nag-aasaran. Deadma ako. Kinuha niya yung pencil case ko, tapos pumunta siya dun sa dulo, kung saan yung nakatago yung mga cleaning materials. Tapos, feeling ko tinapon niya doon. So, pagpunta ko doon, hinahanap ko sa mga bunot, sa mga walis, yung pencil case ko wala. Tapos, pagtingin ko sa bintana, nasa second floor kami. Tinapon niya pala doon. Pag sa baba pala noon, may parang mini pond. So, nandun siya sa gitna ng pond. yung pencil case ko. Oo. Ayun lang.
Parang putol yung kwento.
Ano ba? Ano ba dapat?
So,
hindi ko na siya kinuha.
Pinalipad ko rin siya sa pond.
Yun, in my head. Ganun yung nangyari.
Saan na siya ngayon?
Okay naman siya.
Ka-Facebook mo?
Okay naman kami. Nagkita kami last year. Bibili siyang barbecue.
Batiin mo. Bibili yung barbecue.
Oo. Hi. Basta.
Nalala mo yung pencil case ko?
Tinapon mo.
Okay,
Si
moving
Andre.
on.
Balik tayo kay Andre.
And so, ito nga, sadly, Andre was ineffective as a teacher. Although knowledgeable in the subjects he taught, he was unable to maintain discipline in his classes and was regularly subjected to mockery by students who took advantage of his modest nature. Modest, so mabait, down to earth.
Humble.
Mabait pa siya ng time na yan. At age 42, Andre started committing murders.
Wow! Biglang ganon. Bakit?
walang pasapasabi. Pero yun nga,
Oo.
sabi ng Wikipedia. Alam
So,
mo,
42.
Wikipedia walang preno din.
Nambibigla lang.
On December 22, 1978, hindi pa rin tayo buhay nito. Andre lured a 9-year-old girl to an old house which she had secretly purchased. He attempted to rape her but failed to achieve an erection.
Okay.
When the girl struggled, he choked her and stabbed her 3 times in the abdomen,
Ay.
ejaculating while stabbing the child.
No!
He then threw her in a nearby river.
So, bumalik to. Di ba yung dati nakipag-wrestling siya?
Ay, ni-wrestling niya. So, ngayon, nag-act out na siya sa kanyang urges.
This time, stabbing.
Actually, mild pa yan, yung inabot nung bata sa kanya kasi yung sumunod, wait. On September 3, 1981, Andre encountered a 17-year-old boarding school student standing at a bus stop. According to his confession later on nung nag-confess siya, he lured her to a forest near the river with the pretext of drinking vodka and relaxing.
So, kaya
Vodka
naman
and
pala
chill.
umuo.
May alcohol na.
Involved siya.
When they reached a secluded area, he threw the girl to the ground before tearing off her clothes and attempting intercourse as she remonstrated against his actions. When Andre again failed to achieve an erection, he forced mud inside her mouth
Oh.
to stop her from screaming before battering and strangling her to death.
Oh, no.
At dahil wala siyang kutsilyo nung panahon na yon, Andre used his teeth.
What?
He tore one nipple from her body with his teeth before loosely covering her body with leaves, branches, and torn pages of newspaper. The body was found the following day.
Wait, how did he kill?
Ayun nga, strangling.
Strangulation.
Strangling. Pero kinagat niya sa sa utong.
Gag. You need extreme force, no? Para tanggalin, to tear a nipple apart.
Mahirap ba tanggalin ang utong?
Ay, akala ko yung pati yung areola. Hindi naman. Pati yung ano lang, yung... Parang, kasi ang hirap. Okay, sige.
Siguro kung malaki yung areola. Sorry, guys. Again, disclaimer, hindi namin pinagtatawanan yung victim.
No.
It's more of our coping mechanism sa mga gantong... Kasi ang gruesome naman nitong topic na to. Wow, gruesome. Tsaka, ito rin, I guess it's time. It's wrong to judge people by their appearance. Pero pag tinignan mo talaga yung picture ni Kuya Andre Chicating.
Oo nga, ginugol ko si Kuya.
Isang mabilisang Google. Yung nasa mukha talaga niya.
Yung mugshot niya ba?
Actually, hindi yan.
Oh, no. Okay.
Tignan mo yung semi-kalbo siya, yung behind bars siya. Ito na lang, hanapin ko. He really does look like the kind of person who can tear off a nipple.
Chika. Killer. Oh, ginugugol na. Ito, kalbo na siya. Oh, man.
Diba?
Wala na
Nakakatakot.
siyang ngipin.
Ay,
Tanggal na
time
yung
na to.
ano.
Wala na siyang pangtanggal ng nipple
Nips.
sa time na to. Pero,
Ang
nakakatakot.
wicked nung smile, no?
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Meron pala. Pero ano lang. Yung the way he smiles lang. Yung mata niya, very pang villain.
Parang may something evil and ano talaga behind that smile. Sabi. Ito, following this murder, Andre was able to achieve sexual arousal and orgasm only through stabbing and slashing women and children to death. and he later claimed that the urge to relive the experience had overwhelmed him. Still, Andre stressed that initially he had struggled to resist these urges. May pag-resist pa ba? Thank you. It makes a lot of difference na nag-struggle ka pa na. Okay. 9 months after yung second murder niya, on June 12, 1982, so wala pa rin tayo na to, Andre took a bus to a nearby district to purchase vegetables.
Napaka-innocent.
Bibili lang
To
ng
buy
gulay.
veggies.
How cute, might kill someone later. Kaya ayoko na mamalengke eh.
Bigla ka na lang mapapatay eh.
Having to change buses in the village, he decided to continue his journey on foot. Walking away from the bus station, he encountered a 13-year-old girl who was herself walking home from a shopping trip. Once the path both were taking together was shielded from the view of potential witnesses by bushes, Andre pounced upon her, dragged her into nearby undergrowth, tore off her dress, and killed her by stabbing and slashing her to death.
No.
When her body was found on June 27, so after 5 days, I know. Yes, I know. 15 days after siyang mawala. The medical examiner discovered 22 knife wounds inflicted to the head, neck, chest, and pelvic region. Ito. In addition, several wounds were discovered upon her eye socket.
No! Ayoko ng eyes. No.
Sobrang sakit
I
kaya.
cannot.
Following this murder, Andre no longer attempted to resist his homicidal urges. Between July and September 1982, he killed a further 5 victims between the age of 9 and 18. So, July to September lang to. So, medyo nag-ramp up.
Ramp up.
He established a pattern of approaching children, runaways, and young vagrants at bus or railway stations.
Okay.
Vagrants yun yung mga palaboy.
Walang...
Yung mga umakit sa mga bus eh. Nagbibigay ng envelope.
Hindi ba yan yung parang walang permanent bahay pag vagrant? Tama ba?
Yata. Enticing them to a nearby forest or other secluded area and killing them, usually by stabbing, slashing, and eviscerating the victim with a knife. Eviscerating, tatanggalin mo yung laman loob.
Eviscerate.
Kasi
So,
viscera.
Eviscerate. Let's check.
Kindly confirm.
Take out the entrails. Disembowelment.
Shit.
No way.
Fuck. Many of the victims' bodies bore evidence of mutilation to the eye sockets. Sorry, ito na naman.
Nag-level up siya. Ugh.
His adult female victims were often prostitutes or homeless women whom he would lure to secluded areas with promises of alcohol or money.
Pag mga adult, uy, alcohol.
Pero na-imagine ko yung
Tara, inom tayo.
Painom ako. Si ate naman, gay. G.
Tara, inom tayo.
He would typically attempt intercourse with these victims, but he would usually be unable to achieve or maintain an erection. This would send him into a murderous fury, particularly if the woman mocked his impotence. So, pag ikaw talaga yung girl, wag mong, don't make it...
Don't humiliate.
Don't make it harder for the guy. Harder?
Pun intended.
He would achieve orgasm only when he stabbed and slashed the victim to death. His child and adolescent victims were both sexes. He would usually overpower these victims. Yes, may mga boys.
Okay.
Pero hindi niya ni-rape. Pero parang
pinatay
ganun na rin
niya.
yun kasi nag-ejaculate siya.
By stabbing.
Kasi sabi niya, he would usually overpower these victims once they were alone, often tying their hands behind their backs with a length of rope before stuffing mud into the victim's mouth to silence their screams and then proceed to kill him. Ito na. Due to an emerging pattern in the murders, so hindi alam ng mga police kung kung connected ba sila, pero dahil nagkakaroon na ng pattern.
May MO na siya.
Yes. particularly dun sa eyes. Dun
Oh,
sila
no.
nakapag-isip na,
Wait, ano bang ginagawa nila ni Andre pag sa mata?
mm,
Sinistab niya?
ah,
Oh, no.
so investigators were convinced that these were the work of a serial killer. Much of the police effort concentrated upon the theory that the killer must be either mentally ill, pedophile, or a homosexual.
Grabe naman. Yun agad.
Ang unfair sa homosexual.
Napakasama. Well, it's different time.
1970s na to.
Oo.
Police took the step of consulting, ito yung favorite part ko, consulting a psychiatrist, Dr. Alexander Bukhanovsky. All crime scene and medical examiner reports were made available to Dr. Alexander upon the understanding that he would produce a psychological profile of the unknown murderer for investigators. Kasi,
Okay, based lang sa murders.
yes, kasi noong time na yun, bihira yata. Tapos ito ay Russia. So, wala talaga sa procedure nila yung mag-consult with psychologists, psychiatrists. But in this case, dahil nga feeling nila mentally ill, so they have to try a different approach. Ito na. Bukhanovsky's 65-page psychological profile described the killer as, listen, a reclusive man aged between 45 and 50 years old who had endured a painful and isolated childhood and who was incapable of flirting or courtship with women. This individual was of average intelligence, likely to be married and to have fathered children, but also a sadist who suffered from impotence and could achieve sexual arousal only by seeing his victims suffer. The murders themselves were an analog to the sexual intercourse this individual was incapable of performing, and his knife became a substitute for a penis which failed to function normally. My God, ang galing.
Ang galing, napaka-accurate naman.
I love it. Alam mo yung series na Mindhunter?
Oo, nanonood ako ngayon nun.
Season 1.
Oo, pero naka-episode 2 pa lang ako.
Ang ganda, ang perfect nun. Inantay ko yung season 2. Sobrang, without even knowing kung or sino yung, parang
Yung
going in blindly dun
suspect
sa
nila,
investigation, you can produce a profile like that.
Ang galing.
Ang galing. Sobrang bilib ako sa...
Paano nila nagawa yun?
Usually kasi may mga ganyang studies like yung mga... ang hirap explain.
Pag hindi wala, sabihin mo na lang.
Hindi, pero yung siguro yung mga
galing,
ginawa niya sa mga katawan nila, malilink yun to some psychological problem na umaano dun sa childhood niya. May connect sa childhood.
Nakakaiwan ba siya ng semen? Or hindi naman nabanggit?
Meron, nabanggit. Nag-iwan siya ng semen. Tapos one time, muntik na siya mahuli. Kaso yung semen, yung blood sample niya at yung semen sample hindi nag-match yung type.
Oh.
Pero pagkakamali lang yun. So, kung nag-match yun nung first time na nahuli siya, dapat na ano na siya. Huli na. Kaso hindi nag-match. Yun yung naging lusot niya.
Clerical error. Mga ganun.
Hindi pa talaga reliable that time yung ano.
Okay.
Ngayon ko lang din nalaman, may blood type, may type pala ang semen. Makakukuha mo ang blood type using semen. So, next time magpapa-check ka ng blood type. Pwedeng semen.
Oh, I have here. Baka pwedeng ito na lang para hindi nyo na ako injectionan.
Yeah. So, siya naman, on his side, Andre followed the investigation carefully, reading newspaper reports about the manhunt for the killer, which had begun to appear in the news media, and keeping his homicidal urges under control. The police thought the killer probably moved to a different area. However, he eventually killed many more times, switching from little girls to little boys.
Oh, no. Talipad din siya.
Yes, pero malapit nang matapos ang maliligayang araw ni Kuya. The discovery of more victims sparked a massive police operation. Because several victims' bodies had been discovered at railway stations, ito maganda to, an investigator suggested a plan to saturate all larger stations with an obvious uniformed police presence, which the killer will surely notice. The intention was that to discourage the killer from attempting to strike at the bigger train stations and to force him na pumunta dun sa mas maliliit na train stations na pero nandun undercover. So more likely mas mapapansin nila siya dun sa lesser smaller train stations. Kumbaga sa atin dito, nagpakalat sila ng marami sa MRT.
So hindi ka na doon mag-strike kasi nga maraming police doon.
So doon ka doon sila nagbantay sa may dagupan bus.
Kasi nga yun na lang yung pwede kang
Yes. Yun na lang yung yun yung akala niya walang police. On November 6, 1990, Andre killed and mutilated a 22-year-old woman in a woodland near a train station. Returning to the railway platform, he was observed by an undercover officer who saw him approach a well and wash his hands and face.
Okay.
The policeman also noted that Andre's coat had grass and soil stains on the elbows. He asked Andre for his papers but had no formal reason to arrest him. So, nung bumalik yung police sa office, final lang niya yung routine report. Nilagay lang yung name ni Andre Chikatilo. So, pero dahil dun sa report niya ngayon, he was placed under surveillance a few days after. Tapos, dun nila siya na-observe na in several instances, usually sa trains or buses, he was observed approaching lone young women or children and engaging them in conversation. If the woman or child broke off the conversation, he would wait a few minutes and then seek another conversation partner. So parang suspicious talaga siya. After 6 days of surveillance, he left his house with a large jar which he had filled with beer. Kasi yun nga yung
pang-invite
MO niya. And wandered around attempting to make contact with children he met on his way. Upon exiting a cafe, he was arrested by 4 police officers. He initially denied any involvement. So the strategy chosen by the police to get a confession from him was to lead him to believe that he was very sick in the head and in need of medical help. The intention was to give him hope that if he confessed, he would not be prosecuted by reason of insanity. So in-invite nila ulit ng mga pulis si Dr. Alexander Bukanovsky.
Ito ba yung nakakuha?
Yeah, yun ang psychological profile na very perfect description. So, ang ginawa ni Dr. Alexander, he read extracts from his 65-page psychological profile to Andre. Within 2 hours, Andre burst into tears and confessed to Bukanovsky that he was indeed guilty of the crimes for which he had been arrested. After conversing into the evening, Bukanovsky reported that Andre was ready to confess. So he stated that he would bind the victims' hands behind their back with a length of rope before he would proceed to kill them. He would typically inflict a multitude of knife wounds upon the victim. Initially, shallow knife wounds sa chest area muna. Tapos, deeper stab wounds, usually around 30 to 50 in total.
Sa chest?
Sa neck area, sa torso. Tapos, he would eviscerate, tatanggalan niya yung entrails. And as the victim died, he would climb on top of their body until he achieved orgasm.
Oh, no.
Minsan talagang hirap mag-orgasm.
Now you have to go through lengths.
And dami mong go through lengths just to achieve. Para matapos lang. He would regularly...
At what cost?
At what cost. Buti na lang, di ganyan yung...
Naku, buti na lang. Or baka hindi mo palang alam.
Oh my God, hindi mo pa na-discover, no? Okay. When questioned as to why most of his victims' eyes had been stabbed or slashed, he stated that he had believed in an old Russian superstition that the image of a murderer is left imprinted upon the eyes of the victim.
Wait lang, buhay pa. Nasasaksakan niya yung mata. Hindi kasi nga ayaw niyang makita yung mukha ni Andre.
Hindi, baka kahit patay na, nagre-record pa yung mata.
Okay.
Ewan.
Sa Russian ano to
Mythology.
Yeah.
Ay, legend. Superstition. Dapat magkaroon tayo ng ganung episode ng
Russian
hindi
legend.
Philippine superstitious beliefs.
Marami tayo niyan.
Compile assignment natin mag-compile tayo ng marami. Countdown.
Ang hirap naman. Hindi, na-imagine ko lang na buhay ka tapos sa kanya mata mo. Aga.
Ayoko. Andre Chikatilo was brought to trial on April 1992 and was charged with 53 counts of murder.
Wow, 53. Ang dami.
He was sentenced to death plus 86 years. Ba't ganun?
Baka pag isang death, ganun. Isang death lang ba?
Death.
And
Death.
then 80.
So, namatay ka na. Nakakulong ka pa.
Hindi, baka kasi di ba meron silang, ang tawag doon, may appeal. So, after na ma-save ka sa death penalty, may 83 years ka pa. So, makukulong ka pa din. Ganun ba yun?
Oh. Okay.
In case manalo ka sa appeal, ganun.
May bubunuin ka pang 86 years. Ito, February 14, 1994.
Correct us sa cryptolog@gmail.com.
I'm sure, mali-mali na naman sinabi namin.
Kasi, ayun, kung ano yung tama doon.
Just don't sue us, guys. So, ito, February 14, 1994, Valentine's Day. Nasaan ka nun?
Hala, hindi sa school? 1994?
Baka ito yung mga grade 1 or 2.
School
Yung pinapagupit-gupit tayo nung decoration. Tapos,
sa art subject niya gagawa kayo ng mga cards.
Yes. Tapos, on the day, papasuti ka ng red.
Talaga?
Ito naman, si Andre naman was taken from his death row cell to a soundproofed room in prison and executed with a single gunshot behind the right ear.
Okay. Curious ako kung paano yung execution nila. Gunshot? Sa ear?
Yes. Ganun talaga sa ibang bansa. Kasi 'di ba sa US yun yung garote, yung
electric chair. Ano ba isa yung lethal injection.
Sa iba,
meron din bang garote sa US?
Oo.
Oh, wow.
Tawag nila garrote.
Garrote? Pero wala na siya, puro lethal injection na ngayon.
Ngayon, wala naman natin na-execute na ngayon.
Pero wow, kung
mali
ikaw
na,
yung
for sure, mali na naman. Galing-galingan na naman ako, guys.
Kung ikaw yung executioner, paano niya madadala sa conscience niya na ikaw yung pumapatay?
Usually, sabi nung napakinggan kong podcast.
Kasi katulad ni Sir Ellen Payne, wow.
Yes, Game of Thrones. Sabi, ang usual kinukuha nila na executioner nung araw ay mga convicts din, murderers din.
Okay. So chill lang.
Like yung isa, kinuha, hindi naman chill, pero yun yung punishment nila. Instead na mag-serve ka instead na ikaw mismo ma-sentence to death, you will carry out sentences sa ibang
Talaga?
So, mamili ka. Gusto mo ikaw,
hindi, sige, patayin na lang ako.
Patayin na lang kita. Ganun. So, that's the story of Andre Chikatilo. Chika lang.
May chika, si Andre.
Siya talaga isa sa mga legit scariest faces I've ever seen. Hindi lang sa serial killers, kundi pa.
Parang
kasi
he has this deep eyes na parang pag tinignan ka,
tapos yung kilay niya na pataas.
Parang anong tawag doon? Contour ba yun? Hindi. Anong tawag doon?
Hindi ko alam.
Yung may design yung kilay niya na pang villain na curvy na pataas.
Ni landscape.
Ayun, landscape ba tawag? Contour, makeup yun.
Hindi ko makalimutan yung mukha ni Kuya.
Parang pataas na nagtataray, gano'n.
Punta na sa parlorist. Hindi, pero stuff of nightmares itong story niya. Nakakaawa kasi yun nga yung ganun yung circumstances ng childhood niya.
Pero hindi siya parang siya, yung defense niya, insanity din naman. I think so. Kasi nga pwede nilang gamiting proof yung ginawa ng psychologist.
Na yung profile. Pero hindi naman siya na pinatay pa, na-execute pa rin siya.
Or pressure na din kasi nga, ang dami na niyang pinatay, andun na yung mga tao.
Kasi imagine mo naka 53 ka na tao, dun ka lang sa 54th attempt mo sana nahuli. Kasi, kung ngayon yan, kaya mo siguro in answer dun sa question mo kanina kung bakit wala na masyadong serial killers ngayon. Ngayon kasi, isa pa lang ang mapatay.
Huli na ba?
Hindi naman huli agad, pero ang laki na ng investigation, meron ng forensics,
Mas mahirap na ngayon.
ang hirap i-carry off. Tas, dati kasi pag mawala ang isang tao, ang dami pwedeng reasons kung ba't siya nawawala.
Like, runaway lang.
Or
Kasi uso.
nakipagtanan.
Or pumunta sa isang mga music festival. Wow, napaka-specific.
Specific. Or sumama sa jowa.
Oo.
Pero noong time
Ngayon.
kasi,
Dati.
yung time ngayon, hindi
24
ang
hours
hirap
lang, diba?
ang hirap kaya mawala sa radar ngayon kasi maglias ka
Facebook,
ngayon,
wow.
maya online ka na naman sa Facebook.
Oo.
So hindi ka masyadong hahanapin. Pag nawala ka pag offline ka ng more than 24
24 hours,
yun yung
yun.
magtataka
Kakabahan
na yung mga
na.
tao, diba?
Hoy, asan ka na? Uuwi ka ba?
Kasi yun pa, yung kanyang impotence, I think it played a huge factor dun sa urges niya na kawawa, diba? Gusto lang naman
Kasi
yung
nga,
labasan, guys.
Yun lang yung way.
Yeah. Tapos, yun din yung naging key para mahuli siya, yung psychological profile.
Na ang galing ah. Ang galing ah.
Love it. Guys.
Wow.
Okay.
Ang ganda. Very good. Good job. Good job sa research.
Salamat sa Wikipedia.
Si Andre Chica. Ano? Chikatilo.
Chikatilo.
Oo. Diyos ko. Hirap na hirap.
Okay. So, wag po natin siyang tularan. Kung mahirap tayong labasan, yan yun na.
Magkano tayo ng kahit vanilla.
Vanilla sex. Okay.
Wala.
Mayroon tayong assignment na hindi natin nagawa pa.
Ano yun?
Yung closing natin, tagline.
Ay, oo.
Ayaw mo kasi nung sinadjust kong related kay Pope.
Ano ba yun?
Mercy and compassion, bitch.
Okay kaya yun. So, ako yung wala. Hail yourselves. Mga
Kill
ganon.
yourselves. Okay, so let's wrap this up.
Thank you.
See you again next week.
You can follow us at
Kaya pala.
Cripsilog, Twitter, and Instagram, tsaka Facebook.
Personal social media. Ikaw.
At Gideon Wobby.
At The Glentot.
Tapos, yun na, pag may corrections kayo, or you can email us at cripsilog@gmail.com.
Pero wag na, yun na. Kung nagkamali kami, kayo nang sorry, perfectionist. Okay.
Bye. See you next
Thank you guys. Bye.
episode.